Boys, how's it going? It is a new day at Snip and Clip, Alaska, and I am having some big issues. Perfect time to start the vlog for today. I was out here mowing a client's property. We're just doing a bunch of one-time mows right now, a lot of bagging, a lot of cleaning up old grass, stuff like that. And I'm out at this client's property on the big red Gravely back there, and out of nowhere, blades stopped working. And, you know, I've tried to tell Nick over at Jewel, hey man, the blades on this mower are not working the way they're supposed to. They don't engage when they're supposed to. And I haven't ever really gotten a great response from him for it. So Jewel always takes care of me. Nothing bad on Jewel whatsoever. So I'm bringing it down here to Nick. Nick's gonna take a look at it and probably end up replacing the clutch. They've done clutch work on this mower before, so it is what it is, and this mower is past its warranty, so oh well, if I've got to pay for it, I got to pay for it, but I just want this thing working properly. Like, that's all I care about. So, welcome to the vlog. My name's Kaedyn Jennings, you guys know me. Yeah, we're gonna head over to Jewel Equipment, but first, I wanna stop at Sonic and grab this pickle burger. You know me, I like dill pickles. Dill pickles are fire. Dill pickles are my life. I'll grab a jar of pickle juice, chug that baby. So, we're going to Sonic. I wanna try this pickle meal, and then we're going out to Jewel Equipment. So gotta call this client, so let's call this client.
Hello?
Hey, this is Kaedyn with Snip and Clip. I'm the guy cutting your grass today. I just wanted to reach out to you. So your property looks really, really good. There's just one issue I had. My mower clutch crapped out on me. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm at the bank. I just had this tell them what I was here for.
No worries, I don't mean to interrupt then.
No problem.
My clutch went out on my mower on literally the last, like, 3 stripes in your backyard. I had to mow your perimeter and mow 2 other stripes. So most of it is done. The last little bit isn't. I'm on my way to my equipment dealer right now. They are in the looks for a clutch to see if we can put a new clutch on the mower today. If not, what I'm gonna do is, I mean, you signed up for weekly service, is that correct?
For now, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we'll start your weekly service next week. If the mower's not fixed by next week, I'm just gonna bag up your whole property as a free thing once our mower is fixed.
Okay.
So that is my action plan, but I will stay in the loop with you. I'm heading out to the dealer now, so I'll just stay in the loop with you, but for now, there's just gonna be 2 stripes in the backyard that aren't finished, so I apologize about that.
That's fine. I actually rode by saw you hard at work. I was gonna stop, but you're busy, so I didn't. Yeah.
No worries. Well, hey, as long as you're happy and it looks good, that's all that's gonna matter to me. So yeah, I'll stay in touch with you, but I appreciate you picking up, and yeah, we'll just stay in the loop.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, of course. You have a good day.
All right.
Bye. W client, this kind of stuff happens and there's not really much I can do about it. So all I can do is rush out to my equipment dealer who takes really good care of me and get them to fix the problem. So that's where we're going. Never a bad time for a little lunch break. I'm so excited to eat this. I've been like seeing the ads all over Facebook and oh, it's a double pickle burger thing. And I'm like, ooh, I gotta try this. I don't even like Sonic. Let's see. Ooh, the bun is pretty good. That's almost as good as a Culver's burger. Culver's is one of my favorite places ever. I was dating this girl and we went to Wisconsin and fuck Culver's. Oh my fucking God. I'm in love with Culver's. Culver's is so good. The patty is really good. That's a solid 8 out of 10. It's important when you're working hard like this to, you know, take a break, sit down, regroup your thoughts, and then back to work, you know. I always encourage Dylan and Adam, take a break for lunch, like, don't overwork yourself when you're working. Take a little 10, 15-minute break, eat your lunch, and then do what you gotta do to get back to work. But, well, I'm gonna eat this here, and then we'll head out to Jewel. Here at Jewel, time to unload this guy, I guess. I don't know. Nick's gonna tell me what's wrong. Yeah, the clutch on this thing is certainly shot. I don't know. We're gonna go see what Nick says. Knock, knock. I know, I get the secret entrance. It's all fucked up. They gotta fix a keyway, and they've gotta fix a pulley, but Nick might have the parts in stock, so I might actually be able to get back to work today, but we'll see where this goes from here. Nick is hard at work in the back, finding parts for me, so. Shucks, boys. No beans. No mower on the trailer. They thought they had the part, don't have the part, so it's gonna be about a week before they can get this done for me. So I think I'm gonna go find Adam and steal his 32-inch mower for the rest of today. I'm gonna run back, fix this guy's property, finish it, And then I'm going to go and do our Bishop's Attic property. And from there, I'm just gonna kind of figure it out and wing it. So we're gonna see what happens. Hey Siri, call Dylan Finn on speaker.
Calling Dylan Finn, mobile on speaker.
Well,
Hey dude, quick question. So they're gonna have the Gravely, it's gonna be about a week. They have to order a part for it.
oh god.
So tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yep.
Do you, how much do you use your 52 tomorrow? Are you able to do everything with the big mower or no?
I cannot, but the last I can do with the big one, I can give it to you before I'm off. And typically I'm off around like 6, around 6-ish.
Okay. What properties do you absolutely need it for? I'm assuming, what are the absolute?
I need it for like the first half of the day.
Okay.
I can't do the lazy one because there's so many dips in their property. I'm gonna scalp the hell out of it. And then those two up farm loop, one of them is really bumpy. I just can't get in her backyard. And
So
everything else I can do with the big one.
Okay, roger. That's pretty much most of the day.
Yeah, but I mean
It's not the end of the world. I can call off there's one mow that I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna go take Adam's 32 and do it because it has a bagger. But the other ones I think are bigger and I'm gonna need a bigger mower for, so.
What if you just brought me, because you could bring me Adam's 52 and we could swap, is that?
No, but the problem is Adam's gotta mow tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
So he can't do everything with his 30. He could do everything with his 32. It would probably just take him quite a bit longer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm figuring stuff out. The OG 52 is almost finished at Jewel. They're waiting on a couple more parts for it. So we'll have that back up and running and in good shape when they're finished with it. So that'll be a good spare. It is slower, but it gets the job done. So we'll have that as a backup. And then I'm also going to, I think I'm going to buy my grandma's lawn tractor. She's moving out of state. So I think I'm going to pick that up from her.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll have backups. We'll have more than one backup here, but it's more or less. I'll do my stuff for tonight, and then I'll just kind of see what tomorrow looks like. It is technically, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain tomorrow and through the week, so I might not even be able to do them anyways.
Yeah, I'm looking at last week's schedule. It looks like you could probably hit the mower by 3.
Roger that. That means I could probably get one done tomorrow. So I'll look at my schedule, see if I have to move stuff around, but they are going to get the Gravely fixed and get it into good shape, so we should we should have a yes or a no on that by next week. So but it is just going to be out for the next week, so there's not really anything I can do about it.
Yeah.
So all right, dude, well, I'll let you get back to it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go take care of this other property with the 32, and then I'll just I'll play it by ear on what I'm going to do for these other properties, so I'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah, if you need my mower tomorrow, just let me know and I'll try and get it to you as soon as I can.
Cool. Sounds good, dude. I appreciate it. All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Bye. Shucks, boys. Dylan's using his mower tomorrow, so I can't really take that from him. So I'm gonna have to push. I think I'm gonna have to push off my other 2 properties that are scheduled and do them a different time, because I can't really. Doing big properties with the 32-inch mower is just kind of impossible. It's really hard to do. So I think I'm just gonna have to skip those and move them on to next week when it's not raining, and that it is what it is. I can't do much about it. So that's what I've got. I'm gonna head to the shop right now, see if Adam's mowers are back there. I'm just gonna check my cameras really quick, actually. If his mowers are back there, I'm gonna go take his 32 and go start finishing this one that I was just on, and then I'm gonna go to Bishop's Attic and Palmer and get their property all cleaned up.
A little extra service, and I don't know if you're willing to do this or not. These are just my thoughts, okay?
Okay.
Extra service would be, make sure that in front of their garage there's not a bump of snow. You know what I mean? So when they're pulling out, they get in and bump out of their garage for the older clients.
Okay.
And if they have a couple of stairs up to their front porch, make sure they're swept off. You know what I mean? They're not going to slip on them because of the snow. You can't do anything with ice because you'd have to do ice melt and all that.
Right.
But that would be 2 things that I would just, for the older clients, that would give a little extra. For not knowing what our weather is, obviously nobody knows what our weather's going to be from year to year.
Right.
And so I know last year there was a few months where I was like, oh, I'm paying this and he's not doing anything. But then I was like, and then if we get a huge snow, I'm already on the list, because that's the biggest thing is if you're not on the list and we get a big snow, like you're not going first for getting cleared.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're on the second list, you know.
And that list can be wait 24 hours after because we had to take care of all of our regular clients.
Exactly. I was just trying to think, like, for my house, you know, I have a little bit extra parking on my house.
Right.
And you guys were clearing all of that. And then when I talked to the guy last year in preparation from the year before, you know, explaining that if we get a lot of snow, I want you to push it all the way into my grass. And he was like, you want me driving on your grass? I said, yes, I'm fine with this. This is where my wellhead is. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, if we get a lot of snow, I'm good with this. But I like that he was willing to talk to me, just not come in, do it, and leave.
Right.
My beef with you is when he would come in at midnight and 1 a.m. and doing it.
Okay.
And, like, go crazy in the house and wake me up. You know what I mean?
And that part of it, I totally get. And I guess from the business perspective, I look at it as like, well, you know, we want to get them cleared within that 24-hour period. And we don't want to do it, like, the hard part about doing it during the day, especially, you know, if it snowed at night and we can plow it at night, we're going to, because it's easier. Less cars on the road, safer, all of that is like my excuse for it, I guess. But I understand where you're coming from that too, because, you know, the one other excuse I have is at least we don't have big, loud, deleted trucks, because that would really suck.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that wouldn't work in subdivisions at all.
Not at all. That's why, like, I call it stealth plowing. We try to be as quiet as possible, but I understand that.
Yeah, the midnight 1 a.m. thing, I would really shy away from that in a subdivision if you can, just because it does wake up my neighbors. I've had my neighbors call me.
Okay.
Well, and I have, my best friend does a wheelchair, and so I asked them if they would want to use your service, but her husband's able to plow it right now. But his biggest thing is they would need the same thing, no bumps in front of the garage. And he said that was his biggest beef with the people that plowed.
Gotcha.
So, and man, for me, if you could get 10 people in my neighborhood, do you know what I mean, that all would use you, like, I would totally be offering, hey, if you have 10 of your friends in the neighborhood and they all use me, I will give you a credit for each one of those people. You know what I mean? Just to get people talking about you.
Right. And I tried it,
know,
and I didn't get any response, which was the hard part for me. And so, like, that offer was totally out there last year. It's just not a lot of people took me up on it. And I was actually willing to do it for each client, if it was like up to a maximum of 5. So if you could get the 5 neighbors in front, diagonal, both directions, and then both sides, I would have given, you know, basically a 20% discount off of everybody's service. So.
Well, I talked to everybody in my neighborhood about you. I put it on our little neighborhood chat, and I told people about you. So.
Awesome.
I mean, you can't force people to use it, but I would do that again. Like,
okay.
I think that's a good incentive for somebody that's already using you to just say it again. Like, hey, this guy's good, and who knows what our winter's going to be this year? You might want to get on this list. You know?
Well, and the other thing we're going to try and do this year, and I'm going to try it in a couple of select neighborhoods. So, like, your neighborhood is one of the ones I'm going to do it in. The neighborhood across from the fairgrounds in Palmer, and then there's 2 other ones that I'm going to try because we have clients in these neighborhoods already. I'm going to try a direct mail campaign that we're going to produce ourselves, and it's going to be, we're going to have a customized letter, so it's going to be themed like, you know, us. It's going to look like our website almost, and we're going to hope that because the letter's so cool, people are going to just be like, whoa, what the heck is this? Let me open it. And it's going to be inviting them to join our service with their price listed on it, so it'll be customizable per house. So we'll write their price in. We're going to give them a 10% sign-on discount. So, you know, if they sign on when they get the piece of mail, all they have to do is call us, snap a picture, send it to us, and we'll get them with 10%. So, like, if you were to get something like that in the mail from a snow service, like, and you didn't already have one, would that be something that people might like, or is that, like, it's hard to figure out what our market likes?
I sound so bad with this. So I do a lot of neighborhood mailings too. I did for a long time, and I was either getting them returned or I was talking to people and they're just like, we're just chucking it. You know what I mean? And so I was like, wow, it's a lot of money I'm just throwing out. But every once in a while you get a good one. I really think make a sign and come put a sign in my yard.
Okay.
And code on it that they can take a picture of, and it links directly to you, and you know what neighborhood it is. You know what I mean? Do the QR code for my house so you know the neighborhood that I'm in.
Right.
And if anyone clicks on it, then they go straight to you and you know what neighborhood it is, and you're like, oh yeah, I know exactly where you're calling from. You're in the Moose Park subdivision. You know what I mean?
Right. And the other thing we're working on doing, and so it's like that, but it's a little bit of a unique perspective. So I'm in the process of working with a Canadian company to design a snow stake cover, they call it. And so it's a chloroplast, like a yard sign, but it's folded over and it's sewn together, and it slips right over like one of those fiberglass snow stakes, and it fits perfectly on it, super tight so it won't blow away in the wind. And it'll have our number on one side and then our website on the other side, and a QR code and our logo.
Nice. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, so apparently it's very, very popular in Canada, and it works very well as a marketing tactic, especially when you have multiple people in a neighborhood. You can kind of create that FOMO. And so that's one thing we're going to do on the marketing side to kind of, get people like excited, or I guess kind of like, oh man, I'm seeing their signs a whole lot. Why don't I use them? But yeah, no, I agree with that. And so this year too, we never offered this before, but we're offering walkway shoveling, but it is an additional cost. And the way we're going to do that is with a separate, I'm going to have a salaried snow shoveling employee. They're going to be in their own truck with a small portable snow blower, a shovel, might even add in ice melt as a free part of that service. Now, I've done the numbers on it. There's no way I'm going to lose money doing it. But I don't care about that. My goal is to add the value, so that way we can get more people to sign on for the actual snow service, which pays our bills and our salaried employees.
So in Palmer, there's 255 plus communities in Palmer.
Okay.
That are houses. They're on...
By MTA, right?
By MTA is one of them, and then when you go behind it towards the mountain over to the right is where the other one is.
Okay.
I'll totally do that service in there for taking care of their driveway and the walkway.
Okay.
That would be where I would go. I would go door to door there and just say, hey, this is a service we're offering for this winter coming up, and we'll take care of your sidewalk and your driveway. And the borough takes care of the road.
Right.
It also leaves mounds.
Yep.
So if you would take care of the mounds and the walkway, those two subdivisions would be great to hit.
And that was another service we are thinking about adding as a free perk. So, because and you might know, I don't know of any other snow service that advertises specifically that they would do 2 passes per snow event, 1 pass to clear the snow from your driveway, and a second pass to clear the berm at the end of your driveway after the city comes.
Yeah, no, I don't know anybody. And I know, so my parents live in Heritage Farms, that's off KGB.
Okay.
And so, really nice subdivision, lighted streets. There's a mix of people, ages in there, but it is a really nice subdivision. But when the borough comes through, they leave friggin' huge berms. And just, my parents have had to have somebody come and chop it away because it iced up. You know what I mean? It was just this berm of ice.
Right.
That they can't take care of anymore. You know what I mean? They can't do it. And so, gosh, yeah, I think, and I wouldn't do every neighborhood. I know this sounds terrible, but I would do the nicer neighborhoods, and I think they'll pay for that.
Okay.
And I wish we could just have the borough, because it's ridiculous that the borough doesn't take care of this. It's very easy for them to swipe each driveway as they're clearing the road. It doesn't do any extra work for the person.
No.
But they don't. They're lazy.
Yep, and they won't spend the money. It's a slight cost, right? And even, for us as a snow business, right, and I think you're aware of this, our employees are salaried. Our truck expenses are fixed. Like, everything is fixed for us. So the only thing not fixed is fuel, and for us to do a second pass doesn't even cost us a full tank of diesel. It doesn't cost $100. So
I know. It's crazy.
So I wonder if, from your perspective, if we use that as a marketing tactic, and like, we deliver. And so that's the other thing is, I think a lot of people have had a bad taste in their mouth from snow plowing companies because they just can't deliver. And so I'm trying to figure out in our marketing campaign this year, first of all, I want to educate people on subscription snow, and I want to tell them, like, okay, this is more cost effective in the end. The second thing is I want people to be aware that we deliver on what we say, and then also, realize that, hey, this is a really good price and it's a fixed monthly fee. So,
and you need to have people answering calls.
Yes.
So it's very important with the communication. If people are calling and they have questions, or something's happened at their house and they don't get a return, that's upsetting too.
Absolutely. And we have a full-time office girl. She's pretty much in the office 9 to 5 every day. Every once in a while, she just had a kid, so she has appointments here and there. But other than that, she's in there and she responds to every single voicemail, every text, and every email. So we're trying for that too.
Are you doing the nighttime service too?
So I was trying to figure out how we're gonna do that, because obviously, like most people, so and I'll just say this, out of all of our clients, I think you're actually the only person that said something about it being at night. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't upset about it or anything. Maybe they just don't say anything. And I've taken that into consideration. It's just one of those things that's like, all right, we want to get it done as fast as possible. And so,
Sure.
and I guess we run into the two different crowds, right? Like the older crowd is like, either they're retired or, you know, you kind of have a more free job. So it's kind of, you get to pick and choose when you want to get up and do your thing. And then the younger people that we run into are, we want it done, like, why was this not done by 7 in the morning? We wanted to leave without a drop on our driveway. And we're like, oh my gosh.
Right. I know. You can't win either way.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of why I think I'll keep it, and we'll get it done as we get it done. But as for being at night with an office girl, I don't think we're gonna have her working at night, but I think we might extend her hours in the winter, so it might be like a 7 to 5. And
Well, there are those services that just take emergency calls at night.
okay,
I'm just throwing stuff out to you.
right,
I just know when we had our 2 winters of 7 feet of snow, and I'm just thinking, and it's the 2 categories too, because I know a lot of older people, which they need it cleared, but they don't always need it cleared right away.
right,
The younger people that have kids and jobs that they're getting out there, like if we have a crazy snow, like they need it taken care of.
Oh,
They
yeah.
need to be in driveways. And so I don't know if you can code, you know what I mean? Again, like this is a working family or whatever, you know what I mean? Like this subdivision has a lot of working families in it, so we want to clear this one first. This one is a retired community. We could clear this one second. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
right.
You know, just thinking about the 2 in Palmer, they wouldn't need necessarily immediate service. Their only thing would be is if they had a heart attack or an emergency happen, then it would have to be cleared so that the emergency vehicle could get in. You know what I
Right.
mean? So just different perspectives.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is the whole reason why I'm calling you, because I've talked to one of our lawn clients that doesn't pay for snow, and she's had us clear her driveway on an occasion, and asked her, you know, why haven't you signed up? What can we improve to make it more appealing to people who don't already have it? Because my goal this year, like Cindy, I will go buy 2 brand new trucks tomorrow if I can find the demand.
Right.
And I know that we can deliver because our employees are salaried, like our expenses are paid. And so I'm trying to go, last year we had like 150 clients total. I'm trying to go to 400 this year would be the goal.
Okay. Yeah.
So big jump, but I'm willing to do it. And I'm willing to get rid of all of my commercial properties and sub them out to my buddies who plow snow and take on only residential. So that way we can advertise that too. You know, hey, we're only maintaining residential properties. There's no commercial crap. We are here to service you and take care of you, and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I don't remember if you used you or not. My friends, they live out off Palmer Fishhook. He's got a long driveway.
okay,
But I know he's had a few hard days when it was deep snow.
right,
So I just think some of your people that already know you and have used you, I would do it by the end of September. I would have signs in the yards. Just say, hey, I don't know what people will do. You could do it in my yard, and I'm not going to charge you anything or ask anything of you. But there
Right.
might be other people that say, hey, we want 10% off the service for doing this, whatever.
right.
But the people that you know, I would get as many signs as possible out in this next month.
Okay,
Before winter, because they're going to see it for the next month and a half before there's snow. You know what I mean? And they're going to see it every day, and they're going to ignore it. But as the weather cools off, they're going to be thinking, oh yeah, maybe
who should I
thinking about
call?
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so then the other question to me goes to, so we have white yard signs that are lawn care signs, and I would design a black snow sign as well. I just need to figure out I want to figure out to the client, like, okay, what is the least intrusive thing we can do? Because I don't want it to be an eyesore, right? And I want it to be, you know, something nice and professional looking, but also not intrusive to the clients. Like if we did like a black sign with white lettering, would that be bad? I don't know. Because white blends in.
It does, but black lettering stands out, so you could have any color except for green. So I got green
Blue and black.
signs for my real estate, and right now people are like, Cindy, those signs blend in. I said, well, for the 3 months in the summertime, yeah, but in the winter they'll stand out.
Right.
So I wouldn't do green, but if you do neon colors, then yes, people get grumpy.
Yeah.
Black is great, but I feel like white letters are harder to read than black lettering, I feel like.
Okay, so maybe like if I did like a dark blue, like our website color is like the dark blue of the blue plow truck on our logo. If I did like a dark blue sign or maybe not dark blue, maybe it would have to be kind of a lighter, like a snowy blue.
I think it'd have to be a little lighter.
Okay.
Yeah, with the blue with the black letters on it. Yeah, I think so with the QR code, because they do